Even if you've been doing what you're doing for years, for quite some time, and gotten amazing results for people, if you're still doubting yourself, big sign that you're disconnected from yourself. Hey yo, what's up? My name is Nat and I'm your mindset coach, here to support you in shifting your internal world so that you're showing up that much more powerfully in your external world, specifically in regards to your business. When your mindset lays a powerful foundation of thoughts and expansive feelings, the way that you then show up and take action in pursuing your external goals, is going to be so much more fruitful. The less you get in your own way with what's going on in here, the more powerfully you'll take action, but the more powerfully you'll be open to receiving all the things that you're meant to receive. So welcome to another YouTube episode of Mindset Teachings every Sunday, 6 p.m. PST. I'm so excited to dive into today's topic. We're going to be diving into 9 different signs that you are disconnected to yourself and to your business. This is really common. I know we get sucked into doing, working on our businesses, and we get wrapped up in the day-to-day things, and we get so focused and zoned in, I need to hit this goal, then I need to hit this goal, that in the process, we often get disconnected from ourselves, and we get disconnected from our businesses as well. So it's a very common thing, and I'm here to give you guys a little bit of insight on some signs that might be popping up that show that you're disconnected from your business, and then we'll dive into 3 different ways that you can start reconnecting to your business a little bit more this next week. Because when you are connected to yourself and you are connected to your business, you operate with such more clarity. You operate with greater clarity. You operate with greater belief in what it is that you are showing up to give to the world, because it flows from you. When you're connected to you, then the things that flow from you are going to resonate so much more with your audience. The things that flow from you are going to really land with the people that they're meant for. So really being connected to yourself and then connected to your business is such a win. So by the end of today's teaching, you'll be a little bit more connected to what it is that you are showing up to give to the world. All right, let's go ahead and let's dive into the first sign that you might experience that is reflective of being disconnected from your business. So this is a really common one, but you're constantly burnout and tired just by doing the simplest things in your business. You're tired or you're procrastinating, and just the simplest things like sending invoices or prospecting or posting content or following up with some of your previous clients. The simplest things feel difficult and you're exhausted and you're tired. Really big sign that you're disconnected from yourself. The next sign that you're disconnected from yourself is that you're doubting if your clients are actually getting value from the work that you're doing. When you're doubting how incredibly powerful your work is, when you're doubting if your clients are actually getting what they need from you, even if you've been doing what you're doing for years, for quite some time, and gotten amazing results for people, if you're still doubting yourself, big sign that you're disconnected from yourself, disconnected from everything that you have to offer, and disconnected from how life-changing your services are. Big sign of disconnect from yourself. Number 3, another sign that shows that you're disconnected from yourself is that you're procrastinating your goals. You're procrastinating taking action towards the goals that you know are going to launch your business into its next level. When we're procrastinating what we say we're going to do, when those things are going to be the things that take our business to the next level, when we're procrastinating hitting our goals because we're procrastinating hitting our next level, chances are there's some disconnect from yourself. Chances are there's also some limiting beliefs around growth and expansion, which, just as a side note, I'm available for a one-time call if you'd like to kind of test out my coaching, but then also it's a great opportunity to dive into some long-term coaching to really rewire your brain and really start feeling even more confident with taking things to the next level in your business, just as a little side note. But also, when we are scared to take action or resistant to take action on the goals that we actually want to achieve in the direction of the next level that we genuinely want to hit, sign that you're disconnected from yourself. Next sign is you're indecisive about little things that you're normally pretty decisive on. Normally, you're really good on having clarity about what you want to say, how you want to show up, what you want to offer next. And you're indecisive on little things that normally you're not indecisive of, that right there, big sign of being disconnected from yourself, disconnected from your intuition, and disconnected from the certainty that you normally operate from. The next sign that you might be disconnected from yourself and your business is that you keep postponing something that you know is going to move your business forward. Super common is postponing expanding your team, even though you know that your business could really benefit with you growing your sales team or you growing your coaching team. You know that it's time for a second coach. You know that it's time to onboard a new salesperson, or you know that it's time to hire a VA, but you keep postponing it, and you keep postponing that thing, which is probably going to really take your business to the next level. That's also a sign that you're disconnected from yourself and disconnected to the bigger picture of your business. Another super common one is that you're normally pretty patient with yourself as you're growing and you're evolving. But if you're noticing that you're harder on yourself than usual, you're noticing that you're really tough on yourself, making little mistakes, or maybe when something doesn't go the way that you want it to, you notice that you're harder on yourself on your sales, the way that you coach, big sign that you're disconnected from yourself. 3 more to go. Another sign is that you're anxious about everything and you don't know why, and it's annoying the crap out of you. This is a personal one, actually. This is a big sign for me. My anxiety loves to flare up when I'm disconnected from myself. I'm disconnected from my why. I'm disconnected from my business. My anxiety is kind of that sound the alarm thing that likes to pop up, and it's a great sign for me to say, oh, this isn't just me being anxious about something I genuinely need to be worried about. This is me being anxious because I'm disconnected from myself. So it's time to make sure that I'm pouring into my cup, pouring into myself, so that I can reconnect, so that the anxiety can go down, and so that I can show up even more powerfully in my business. It's very annoying for me because my anxiety has been something that I've worked through quite a bit. And every time it pops up, I have a really good grasp of how to work through it, shift it, love on myself, and then move on. But sometimes when it pops up as a result of disconnect from myself, it's just annoying. It's just, why is this here? I'm doing everything right. My business is growing. I am doing all the things that I need to do to take things to the next level, but I'm still anxious. It's that kind of like annoying little thing. It's like a mosquito that's buzzing around. Big sign that you're disconnected from yourself. And this is a personal one for me that pops up quite a bit when I'm not prioritizing myself. Next one is you're feeling disconnected from your creativity. If you operate on a more feminine vibe, if you find yourself just really operating your business from a place of more femininity, from a place of more expression, from a place of creativity, often when we feel disconnected from our creativity, or we're having a hard time figuring out, what do I want to launch next? What do I want to sell? What program do I want to create? What do I want to focus my content on? Whenever we are feeling stifled with our creativity, big sign for those of us that identify with being more feminine, big sign that we're disconnected from ourselves. And then finally, the last sign that you're disconnected from yourself is that you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, and you're constantly seeing that you are not enough, or you're lacking, or you're inferior in some way. Let's be honest, everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's on their own path. Everyone's in their own chapter. Everyone's evolving at their own pace in their own life, living their own purpose. And consciously, we know that it's silly to compare ourselves in ways that don't really even make sense. Comparing ourselves to someone that is a completely different ballpark than we are, but we still do it. And when we relentlessly compare ourselves and we choose to see ourselves as lacking in some way, or you find yourself just without even thinking about it, comparing yourself and feeling like you're not good enough, not doing enough, and it's just happening in the background of your mind, you don't even consciously recognize it all the time, big sign that you are disconnected from yourself. So those are 9 super common ways that we often can start to experience that is a direct sign of being disconnected from ourselves and from our business. So let me go ahead and give you guys some insight on 3 different ways for you to start prioritizing your mindset so that you can reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your creativity, reconnect with your intuition just a little bit more. And just as a side note, out of the 9 different signs, if you resonated with at least 4 of them, strongly recommend doing at least 1 out of these 3 up level hints that I'm going to give you. Alrighty, so first way to start reconnecting to yourself. And this is a very basic one, but this is what I've coached people who are making multiple six figures a month and they still forget this. This is why we have coaches. This is why I have a coach, to remind me of these simple things. Make sure you're connecting back to a foundational self-care practice, a foundational morning routine, a foundational mindset practice that you have. Make sure that even if it's just a few minutes a day, you are pouring into yourself, something that fills your cup. If you need a little bit of help figuring out a new routine or a new self-care practice, I have a free 5-day mental health reset that is tagged down in the notes. Go ahead and check that out to get some ideas. They're often very simple, but it helps you make it very personalized to you. I'd strongly recommend that one. But for me, whenever I'm noticing that I'm disconnected from myself, the first thing I always go to is I think to myself, have I been really honoring my self-care? Have I been honoring the things that are usually non-negotiable in my life, like my movement and my meditation? And 99% of the time when I'm disconnected from myself, chances are I've been slacking in that area a little bit. And as soon as I tweak that, as soon as I get right back on track with filling my cup and pouring into myself, man, I feel instantly better, truly, within just like 48 hours, real quick. So that's number one. The second way to start reconnecting with yourself, and this is for those of you who are more familiar with inner child work, and it's okay if you're not familiar with inner child work that much. Maybe I'll do a little teaching on it here on YouTube within the weeks to come. But make sure that you're reconnecting with your inner child, reconnecting with their needs, and just pouring some love into them. When I'm disconnected from myself and my business, and when my clients are often disconnected, one of the first things that we work on is checking in with your inner child, checking in with how they're feeling, with the level of growth that you're stepping into, checking in with what they need and pouring into them, pouring some love into your inner child, pouring some love into really giving them a little bit of extra love in this moment of disconnection. So, second one, and this is a big one for those of you who have some experience doing some mindset work and doing some of this inner work, is make sure you're reconnecting with your inner child and pouring some love into them. And number three, the third way to start reconnecting with yourself a little bit more after feeling disconnected. Excuse me. I feel like I sneeze on almost every single one of these calls. Do I? Probably. I sneeze a lot. I have allergies. I feel like I'm always sneezing. But third tip on how to start reconnecting with yourself in those moments of disconnection and those moments of anxiety, my favorite breathing pattern, a breathing pattern of 4, 7, 8. You breathe in for 4 seconds through your nose, you hold at the top for 7, and then you breathe out slowly for 8 seconds out through your mouth. There's a lot of research on the benefits of this specific breathing pattern, and it feels absolutely wonderful. I would do 3 rounds of the 4, 7, 8 when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling indecisive, and use that as kind of a little bit of a boost tool to get you through that disconnection, start connecting to yourself a little bit more, into your breath, and being able to move forward and continue to show up powerfully in your business that day. So those are the 3. Your homework is to pick at least one of those 3 to really implement consistently for the next 7 days. And I would love to hear how it goes for you. Go ahead and just drop down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your homework. Some of you have even taken the next step and messaged me on Instagram. Love hearing about your homework. Love hearing how it's going. So please go ahead and follow up with me and let me know how it goes. Now, as just a little bit of a final little thing that I want to mention is when we're disconnected from our businesses, sure, we can do things like reconnecting to our morning routine, speaking to our inner child, and making sure that we are doing a breathing routine. But oftentimes when we're disconnected from ourselves and our business, kind of like I mentioned before, chances are that there's some opportunity for some deeper inner work to be done. There's an opportunity for us to really shift our beliefs around success and about what it takes to be successful. It's an opportunity for us to really shift our limiting beliefs around working hard and hustling and grinding. This is a common one that I talk to a lot with my clients. It's really an opportunity to do some deep inner work. If you find yourself consistently disconnected from yourself, chances are there is some amazing opportunities for up levels in your mind, up levels of some beliefs, up levels of some mental habits that you have that are going to be congruent with allowing you to keep growing your business. And when we do the inner work, we notice that we're not as disconnected from ourselves as often. And because of the inner work, we're able to really sustain our success more and sustain it more without having those ups and downs of feeling disconnected when we make sure that our internal world is reflective of what we want to continue to achieve. So this is me encouraging you to go ahead and book that one-time call with me if you are a brand new client. I offer a one-time call for those of you who are wanting to get a little bit of a taste of my coaching, get started in really working on some goals and doing some of that inner work. And then if you really love that call and you decide you want to move forward with next steps in long-term coaching, you can credit your payment from that call into a long-term coaching program. So if that sounds like something that you would love, or if you're ready to just dive right into long-term coaching, go ahead and check out the details for the one-time call down in the notes, as well as the details for an application for long-term coaching also down there. If you have any questions at any point, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to check in next week, same time, same place, 6 p.m. PST, every Sunday. I'll see you guys for a new mindset teaching then. Bye.